Hey, man.
Is this live?
This is live, buddy.
We got Brodie Lee Jr. on the walkie.
Really?
Brodie Lee, do you copy?
He's too busy to talk to you.
Brodie Lee Jr. Totally.
Yeah, he's
Big time in me, huh?
he's big time in Cody.
He's playing Xbox with Darby's dad.
Hey.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Oof.
Wasn't sure we'd get through it, man, emotionally, but we did. How do you feel right now?
It's it's one of those shows where you can't. It's not a show.
No, it's not. It's
right.
No, it's not a show.
There's no good match or
Yeah.
a good show or that went well, because as beautiful as it was to respect a man and a person like that, I'm sure all of us wish we'd never had to do it.
No, you hit the nail on the head with that one, Dave. We didn't. No, we didn't. I got to thinking about what he meant to this company and what he meant to us, and I had talked at length about the text that he had sent you after I did the podcast with him, and you sent that to me, and that stays with me for a long time. And
he was a big fan of Tony Schiavone.
Well, he was a beautiful person, is what he was, and he was able to. He would just. I don't know. He was able to make us all feel very special. And I remember telling Tony, I said, "This, since I've been here, is your best hire." And that's not putting a knock on Eddie Kingston or Ricky Starks or Taz or anybody that was hired after me, but it was your best hire.
I'm going to show the world, since we're live, I'm going to show you guys Zaxby's photo. We didn't have regular catering in the Norcross.
Right.
Which is kind of like the crossing of the Delaware for AEW.
Right.
We needed that content.
Right.
20-something matches over the course of one day,
right.
2 days total.
26, yeah.
26.
Mm-hmm.
Shabani, QT, Tony Khan leading the charge.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jericho just changing boots.
Right.
But Brodie was having the best time. And I don't know if you can see it, but he is this. If you can make this face out, there it is.
There it is.
He kept claiming he bought all the boys lunch, but really it was just Zaxby's that been in sit-in. I bought all the boys lunch. That was the first person I'd ever heard that from, by the way.
Really?
Catering's always free.
Right.
And Brodie's big thing was like, we're talking about a match, you're talking about something, you go, hey, let me buy you lunch. It's like, okay. I wanted to, the buy me lunch thing is the first person I ever heard it from was Brodie, and I loved it. Everyone's heard that he always said goodbye forever, which is just, I wish that wasn't real.
Right.
But there was this really funny car ride with me, Cesaro, and Brodie, where I'm financially very stupid with my money. My wife is smart with my money, so good in her money, but I'm not. And but Brodie and Amanda are like, they're geniuses. They thought ahead. They had actual plans, and they, they're just smart people. So Brodie was just cutting this promo on me and Cesaro about how just dumb we were in terms of real estate, in terms of finance. And he came up with this term called Zestimate, which a Zestimate was, let me put up my whole wealth against yours. Here's my house. Here's what it cost me. Here's my cars. Here's my Zestimate. And he would say to you, I'll out-Zestimate you any day. And he out-Zestimated me, out-Zestimated Breeze. It was just one of the most frustrating car rides ever because there was some truth.
Yeah.
Like, I should probably do something smart.
Right.
But yeah, like everyone, that's the story you'll hear. I wanted to hang out with him. He bought me a bottle of whiskey after the dog collar match. But I knew I was not going to get to share it with him.
Right.
Because as soon as he got the Iggy that he could go home to his family.
Out the door.
Right. Chasing the dragon and doing this job for the right reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Great story, too. And he touched our lives, and he made us all better people. I know it's cliches, but it's true, man. It is. It's really true. And you knew him a lot longer than I did, too, and got to work with him. And I think something should be said about it. And we're talking about the man, but touch on the fact of what he brought to the ring too, because he was an amazing performer for his size. I mean, he really was.
Yeah, really like unbelievable package. The only person I could think of Ray Traylor and Bam Bam Bigelow remind me because they're big people,
Right.
And they were agile and they could do martial arts and strikes. But even both of them were more robust.
Sure.
Whereas Brodie was legit like full super heavyweight.
Right.
He was almost from a booking perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Scary because, buddy,
Right.
who's gonna beat that guy?
Exactly.
Who I legit gained the 14 pounds to wrestle him. Like, who's gonna beat that guy? And he has
the psychology in the business he knew too. I mean, there's guys who can perform. There's guys who know what to do in the ring, and he was just so easy. The psychology really was.
Yeah, just
no.
Beautiful man and a really beautiful family, and we'll be tethered to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Jazz, are you on?
Where is Brodie Lee Jr.?
Brodie Lee Jr. is with me in his dressing room. We are playing video games right now.
I want to speak to him. I'm on this post-game show, and I promised them the champ.
Where do you need me to deliver him?
He just needs to talk over the walkie, Darby's dad.
He's going to be talking in a second. Go ahead and interview him.
Copy. Brodie Lee Jr., can you hear me? This guy is big league. Brodie Lee Jr., can you hear me?
You're not going to interrupt him playing a video game. You know that, don't
Yes,
you?
I can hear you.
Oh, what is the first thing you want to say as TNT champion?
People may be TNT champion, but they're never TNT champion for life.
With that, I'm coming back to the room, and we're going to play No Mercy. I'll be there soon, and I'm going to send in the next guest. Next guest coming up.
Okay.
Coming to the stage, the doctor.
Okay.
Makes fun of me on her show a lot.
Yeah.
Britt Baker.
Hey.